Well, here we are in mid-September. We've been predicting an El Nino to start by now, and it has not. We still have neutral ENSO conditions in the tropical Pacific Ocean. Have we given up on it? No, the models are still calling for El Nino development. In the little time that we still have before the beginning of the winter, models are saying it will still come. It may come a little bit later. By later, I mean within the next 2 to 4 weeks. That's already late. And the models are backtracking just a bit on the strength. They're saying it'll probably be a weak event. Not just marginal, but well into the weak category, like positive departures from normal of the sea surface temperature of 0.8 degrees C, which is well into the weak category, not quite 1 degree above average. And the main reason the models haven't given up, even though we haven't seen anything happening yet in the sea surface temperature, is because the water below the surface continues to be above average. There's a heat storage surplus below the surface, and usually in one way or the other, that heat surplus impacts the surface within 1 to 3 months. It could come up due to upwelling from easterly winds, or if we get westerly winds at the surface, which is what we'd expect with development of El Nino, we'd see new Kelvin waves making yet stronger subsurface heat content departures from normal. Either way, we should get at least a weak El Nino out of this. So far, all the atmospheric variables remain neutral, including the winds, the thunderstorm activity patterns in the tropical Pacific, and sea level pressure patterns. So with this weak El Nino forecast, we're expecting the same climate impacts that we've been talking about for the last several months. Namely, in the fall, we're expecting below average precipitation in the Philippines and in Indonesia, and starting in southern Africa, and also very much in northern South America. And above, a tilt of the odds toward above average precipitation in the greater Horn of Africa, and starting off in southeastern South America like Uruguay, and also beginning in the southern tier of the United States and northern Mexico. For the winter, some of these same patterns continue, especially in the U.S., no longer though in the greater Horn of Africa so much. And so we're forecasting what you'd expect with a weak El Nino. It's just not quite as strong in our probabilities as we might have had a month ago. So stay tuned and we'll keep track. If we don't get an El Nino, we could get one the following year, because this storehouse of above average sea surface temperature usually comes home to roost in one way or the other, and we're forecasting it for this year, but weekly, and that's about it.